Hi everybody, good afternoon and welcome to a Tiny Tip Tuesday. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who attended so many of the things that were going on last week during our new catalog party. It was so much fun, and I hope that you enjoyed all the videos, the funny little memes, the silly little games. And congratulations to all the winners. So I know that we all look forward to that. So I'm very excited. If you have not ordered your bingo, you can still email me at memoryinkers@att.net. Memoryinkers.com is my Stampin' Up! Website. And please use the hostess code for this month, S4C7T7XY. If you're ordering under 150, if you know you're gonna, celebration people buy big. So if you're going over 150, don't use that code because then you won't get your hostess benefits, and I don't want that to happen. So, okay, so we're going to talk again about flowering tulips. I know I did something with this on Saturday, you might remember, but I want to show you, I used the stamp set pretty flat. The only die I used was this one here. But today I'm going to talk about some of the, I don't even know what to call this style of die, but they are like they fold. When you get them and they cut out, they look very odd. So then you have to fold them up, and that's how they become tulips. And these pieces fit inside. This can be just a little tiny tulip, but it's also made to be able to fit inside. So that's pretty cool. All right, so, and of course the leaves. And then this one, I just think this is an interesting, it just cuts little holes. And I think that's really fun. I think I said that before, but bears repeating. So there we go. So this is the one we're going to talk about. The dies are $35. The stamps are, I probably put it in here somewhere. The stamps are $23, but when you bundle them together, it's only $52. So you are saving money when you purchase the bundle. So I just wanted to remind you of that. So I'm going to set this over here. And we're going to be using the Poppy Parade today and the sponge dauber. So my little tip is just how to make the flowers a little bit more interesting. Now I will show you, here's a card where I don't want that to fall, where I cut the pieces out of designer series paper. And I'm not real sure how well you can see this, but I used this one here is the outside, and then this one is on the inside, and then right here is one of these. And they're all cut out of the designer series paper, as is the leaves and the stem. And that's nice, and it's nice and flat, and you can certainly do that. That's fun. But I'm going to show you what happens. I'll set that over here. When you use some basic white or a light color for your flower. So here is how you begin. I am going to take my sponge dauber and I'm going to flip it. Yeah, I want it that way. I have to think about it. And I'm just going to start, and it doesn't look very pretty. I admit it, it does not. When you start, it looks kind of like a mess. I'm just going to get it lightly on the top. And then start to blend it a little bit. And then this is going to be on the outside of your flower. Okay, see how that goes over? So again, I'm going to want the edges. Notice I did not get more ink. I did not. I am keeping the ink about the same. Now I do want to get the inside of these petals. So you got to be careful because it's a little bit delicate. So, so that you don't make a big mess, right? And then close that up. I'm going to hold it. Get a little bit more down here. Just a little. You can almost start to see the flower taking shape. Then I'm going to grab this one, do the same thing. I'm going to add a little more ink this time because it is going to be inside. So it's okay if it's a little bit darker. And then again, the edges. So a lot of this is not going to show. So there we go. I've just sort of, and this is Poppy Parade. Then what you do is you place them inside and you can seal it flat. Look at how pretty that looks though with the different dimension, because you know, you've seen flowers. You can do it solid and it still looks really pretty, but I like how the dimension looks like that, and you can still lay it flat and it's still very pretty. But let me show you a card that I did. And I know that many of you don't want to go over the top. This is about as fancy as you're going to get. And I know that. And of course, if you don't want to even get this fancy, you don't have to. You can use these dies to just stamp and cut out and do the sponging all the same. But what would happen if you kind of curved these a little bit and put dimensions under it? Dimensionals. So here is a card that I made. You can see all the dimension. I'm going to stand up so I can see what you guys are seeing. But see all the dimension. So it's just really fun. This is some of our foam squares. Oh, what are they called? Hold on. Let me pull them out so I can remember. They are called foam adhesive sheets that I use the layering circles, and I just cut them out. And then this is actually with our gold leafing. I just pulled it off and gold leafed it and then rubbed it so that all the little flakes came off. And then the pretty little brushed brass butterflies. But this is if you want to go over the top. If you look, you can see there's a dimensional. I tried to hide them, but they are in there. If you can see them, there are dimensionals in there and under here to keep them from being too flip-floppy. Okay, and then when I did this, there's dimensionals under here and under here so that it didn't fold down. But that is my over the top. But like I said, you can make them just as simple as you want. I mean, this is just pretty flat. I mean, it's still just as pretty. As you can see, it still looks really cute. You do have to glue them down in some form or they keep flopping up like that. And that's not so cute. Anyway, that's today's tiny tip. Don't forget to sponge things and give them a little bit more realism and depth. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.